Guys, sorry I had to wait 2 minutes. I had to enable a 2-minute delay so no one cheats. And this is game 2 of All or Nothing versus Syndicate Gaming. All or Nothing won the first game, as you can see with that golden box. And yeah, hopefully this is a good game.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's just see what Syndicate Gaming picks first. Okay, so they do ban the lifestealer, which is very smart since Kyo has been practicing lifestealer non-stop. And on All or Nothing they banned the Dazzle. Dazzle's pretty strong this patch. I'm not sure if he got nerfed again, but when his abilities changed, he's definitely got pretty strong. He doesn't give armor anymore, but he definitely removes armor. Doom ban from Syndicate Gaming. They were not very happy with the Doom pick from AoN previous game, and it seems like they don't want it anymore. All or Nothing meanwhile.
Dire team ban.
Okay, so silencers being banned all around. The Doom, one of the biggest silencers in the game, getting banned. Silencer, the biggest silence in the game, getting banned. Seems like everyone wants to use their abilities. Usually when someone bans Silencer, it might... usually when someone bans Silencer, it shows the type of lineup the team wants to go for. So All or Nothing maybe want to go for like an Enigma or some kind of big ultimate or a big channel, which is maybe why they banned the Silencer. Invoker being banned by Syndicate Gaming. I'm actually not sure if any of them really plays Invoker. Let me check. Okay, never mind, I can't check.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so Syndicate Gaming taking their time to pick here. I think they have the bans all under control, but they're not exactly sure what they want to pick yet.
Radiant team pick.
Disruptor.
Disruptor. Disruptor is a very strong support. I think he's been strong since the first time he's ever been released. Like that glimpse will always be strong, except if they decrease the range or they change the ability. Tiny pick from All or Nothing. I know they've been picking it quite a bit, and it's weird because Tiny is one of those heroes. They pick it, but you don't know how they're gonna play it. You can literally play that hero mid, support, carry, off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
Not all of them are as good as the other, but you can play it all those ways pretty solidly.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Okay, so Tiny and Beastmaster coming through, so it seems like AoN is already going a pick where they want to push quite early game. Tiny with his tree and Beastmaster with his aura and his beasts that he makes. And it seems like they're going for a very similar strat to what they've played previous game, where they just want to be very aggressive early game and put pressure on those towers. Which I like. That's objective gaming and it's good to play that way. Syndicate Gaming, not sure what they want to pick. They might be considering what they want to pick against the Beastmaster, or they might be debating why All or Nothing banned the Silencer, and if they maybe banned it because All or Nothing wants to pick an Enigma or a Crystal Maiden or something like that. But I think they just banned it because Silencer is pretty strong this meta. I don't think it was to cancel any big ultimates or anything like that. Okay, so Syndicate Gaming picks Juggernaut. They pick it pretty early on, maybe afraid that All or Nothing is gonna pick it or that All or Nothing is gonna ban it. It's a pretty solid pick. It's not an easy hero to counter at all. So
Radiant team ban.
if you're gonna pick a carry early on, I'd pick Juggernaut. But even even Juggernaut has his counters like anti-mage. Anything that can blink away while he's ultimating is pretty strong. Or just something that can tank him. Phantom Assassin ban from Syndicate Gaming. Very happy to see that.
10
I hate that
seconds
hero.
remaining.
Or nothing, taking
5
some time
seconds
to
remaining.
decide which hero they want to ban. I don't think they're gonna run too much into the overtime because they'll rather want to use it for the picks than the bans. And they have another ban left anyway. They actually are running it quite deep into the reserve time, debating quite a bit which hero they want to ban.
Dire team ban.
And they decide with Weaver. Weaver's pretty strong this patch. Overall, both teams seems to know their meta and they are picking and banning according to what is actually strong this patch. And I'm gonna guess it pretty early on here, but I think AoN might pick a
10
ELSA here
seconds
because I know
remaining.
Keo has been practicing it quite a bit.
5 seconds. Radiant team ban.
A Monkey King ban from Syndicate Gaming. I don't think AoN would have picked that. I guess we'll never know.
Radiant team pick.
Except if I ask them. Darkseer ban from AoN. Darkseer's been picked quite a lot lately. I'm not sure why. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Or nothing. Are they gonna pick a
5
support
seconds
now?
remaining.
I don't even know
Dire
if
team
they've picked. Yeah, okay, so Oracle. Actually, should have seen that one coming. They love Oracle, and Oracle is insanely strong if someone knows how to play him. Like, I want to go as far as saying maybe it's the strongest support in the game at the moment. It all depends on who's playing him, of course, but yeah, he's extremely strong. He's
10 seconds
dazzle
remaining.
amped up to like the billion.
5 seconds remaining.
You have to do so much damage to kill him, to someone through his ult. And just the amount of damage he outputs early game. He's insane early game and late game. For different reasons, but still. He's insane early game for how much damage he does, and he's insane late game for how much damage he can stop from being done. And for being able to debuff. Debuffs are always strong. Okay, so Lion pick from Syndicate Gaming. Both teams picking supports on the third pick. That's good. They needed some solid disable on Syndicate Gaming, and now they have it with Lion. But it seems like AoN, they always go pretty disable heavy. Previous game, I think like all 5 of them had disables. This
10
game,
seconds remaining.
so far all 3 of them have disables. So they
5
like
seconds
locking down their
remaining.
opponents. AoN, I think they're debating the ELSA, but it's not going to be such a great pick, so I don't think they're going to pick it anymore. They might still, but yeah, it's maybe rather Terrorblade, but TB will be countered by Juggernaut if Juggernaut gets an early Battle Fury. Yeah, so who else could it be? It's not Lifestealer because Lifestealer already got banned. They might even pick a mid now. I don't really know what Barrent Biceps plays, so I can tell you what
Dire
it's.
team pick.
Dragon Knight.
Okay, so Dragon Knight. Very interesting pick. I wonder who's gonna play that. I've never actually seen them play it. It might still be a mid pick, mid Dragon Knight.
Enchantress.
That's very possible. Enchantress pick. That was a pretty fast pick from Syndicate Gaming. Maybe they know something I don't, or maybe they already decided on the Enchantress pick. That hero is quite strong anyway you play them. If you play like like a support. You can roam so effectively, but it's not going to be a
10
support
seconds
because they already have 2 supports. And if you play as a carry,
5
she really
seconds
doesn't need a
remaining.
lot of farm to do an insane amount of damage. Or nothing, deciding on what to ban. They've still got a minute reserve time left, so I think they'll be taking their time, yeah.
Dire team ban.
Outward Devourer. I think that's a pretty solid ban. And who has last pick? That's gonna matter quite a bit. So AoN has last pick. The Dragon Knight's pretty weird because you don't know if they're gonna mid or safe lane him, but I'm pretty sure AoN's gonna mid him.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
if Syndicate Gaming was to pick a last,
5
they
seconds
would,
remaining.
yeah, they would have known for sure if Dragon Knight's going mid or not. But now they kind of have to guess. Because Syndicate Gaming can now, if they guess that Dragon Knight's going mid, they can pick a melee hero mid. Ironically, they could have picked Monkey King, because that would be pretty strong against Dragon Knight. Let's see, what will they pick? If it's a melee. If they're smart now, they'll pick like Ember Spirit or something like that, something
Dire team
melee.
pick.
Or actually Viper. No, Viper's banned. Storm Spirit could be decent.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, Huskar. Okay, Huskar's a very good pick. It's not exactly a melee hero, but it's pretty close to being one, and that's the best chance you stand against Dragon Knight mid, because his main damage is magical.
Choose your
And it
hero.
is a ELSA pick for or nothing as the final pick. Okay, so very interesting drafts. I think Syndicate Gaming is gonna have to put a lot on the Huskar for them to do much. The Huskar is gonna have to have a pretty strong early game, but Baron Biceps will have something to say about that. Okay, the game should start any second now. I'm not exactly sure what this delay is for. Usually it starts after the last pick. Maybe it's glitching out. Oh, it's because everyone's picking their heroes. No, everyone has picked their heroes. So it is gonna be a Dragon Knight mid. Yeah, we're loading in.
In strength is victory. In strength is victory.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, AoN seeming pretty confident. Just kidding, I don't know if they're confident or not. But Kyo spamming some I'll do that, Cade. Okay, so pause coming through. I'm pretty sure it's still pause.
A loss so small, the world will hardly notice. A poor defense.
Shout out to Margie and Brett. You guys produced an insane child. I was not told to say that. That was just me. Okay, so let's see how these lanes are gonna pan out. It's quite interesting. So AoN have a couple of weird picks. So it's support Tiny, and it's a mid Dragonite. So it's overall pretty strange. But then on Syndicate Gaming's side, they have mid Huskar. So it's going to be a very interesting game. This isn't Euros I see played this way very often, and it's even a carry Enchantress, so it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. I think all of the Euros are strong in their own rights. It's just going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. ELSA though is a very good pick against Enchantress, because ELSA has overpower, which just goes through Enchantress as passive. So expect to maybe see ELSA mounting the Enchantress this game. Leroy Jeans has some technical difficulties. Syndicate Gaming trying to make some small talk this game. It's not really working. No one wants to small talk, they just want to play a game of Dota. Let's see who bought what. Lion. Going a very consumable board. Every single thing he has is something he's either gonna eat or place. So it's Mangoes, Tangos, Fairy Fire, Observer Ward. Maybe he'll consider buying an Iron Branch of 2, just so he has some stats. Or maybe not. Enchantress. Can't really see everything he's bought yet. Okay.
In strength is victory.
Shout out to Margie and Brett. You guys produced an insane child. Also, he's the best in the world. He's the best player to have ever lived.
A loss so small, the world will hardly notice.
Ja. Nee, kan nie extreem. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, Syndicate Gaming actually contesting the rune this game, and it seems like Oracle might die. You can maybe Fortune's End himself to remove the flames, but I'm not sure that works. Syndicate Gaming getting 3 runes this game. Very well played from Syndicate Gaming, already going a bit better. Maybe it's going to be more of an interesting game. Hopefully it's going to be a more interesting game. Let me just remove this image, it's quite in the way. Lion top. Lion and Juggernaut top. They're trying pretty much the combo that AoN did previous game, seeing if it will work for them. Meanwhile, Oracle dropping pretty low in the bottom lane. He actually was already pretty low. Just at the last hits, yeah. Okay, so Kyo is currently leading in last hits. Yeah, so all the lanes are being quite passive at the moment. I wonder who's gonna actually be more favored by passive lanes. I actually think AoN will take these passive lanes as long as they get their farm, because I think they have a bit more of an early timing with the Beastmaster. So at the moment, if you're Syndicate Gaming, you'll want to aggress and see how much you can do in this laning stage, because they have some good potential in the laning stage and they should take advantage of it. Especially with the Ascar and the Juggernaut Lion combo. They should be getting a couple of kills in this laning stage at least. Very well played by Beastmaster, denying his own creep, not giving them farm that's unnecessary. Meanwhile, first blood onto Baron Biceps. He's gonna die as well, but he'll take that any day, as that is first blood for his team, and he is leading. Actually, not leading that far. It's good for Baron Biceps, but still, Haskar is more than a level ahead of him. Well, not more than a level, it is a level ahead of him. Tiny doing some interesting strats here. I think he's gonna stack the creeps later on. That's awesome. I've never seen that before. Okay, awesome. I've never seen that ever. I missed 2 kills. Sorry about that. No, I missed 1 kill. So the Oracle got a kill onto the Enchantress. That's pretty much it. Okay, so nice D ward coming through from AoN. Okay, so Ramsey playing pretty aggressive on the line. He might actually get him 1 more hit and Lion will die, but Lion stun does come through and they don't get him for the time being. Lion trying his best juking impression. Meanwhile, Tiny's actually dropping pretty low, which causes Lion to aggress, which causes Lion to die. Tiny's gonna escape, and maybe it was a bit too aggressive from Syndicate Gaming. They should have just focused letting the Lion escape. Mid lane seems pretty even. I mean, both of them are harassing quite a bit, and I think Haskar should be winning this lane. It is a pretty good pick against Dragon Knight. But not anymore. Dragon Knight has 3 stacks in Dragon Blood now, and I think the timing switched around. Top lane though, Ramsey had played a bit too aggressive and he died, so a kill does come through for the top lane for Syndicate Gaming, which is good. They need some kills in this top lane. It's a pretty strong combo. Oracle Gaming actually still gets the Arcane Rune, even though Disruptor tried his best to contest it. He should have actually just denied it. Top lane though, they ping out the Lion. Ramsey definitely wants to go on him. He tosses him up and they do get the Lion, so maybe a bit of an overextension from Lion. And they even aggress further onto the Juggernaut as well. Juggernaut trying to cancel Tiny's Alacrity. Tiny is having no part of it, and he actually almost kills the Juggernaut as well. Beastmaster playing pretty aggressive, but too much healing for Juggernaut, and Beastmaster actually killing himself in the end. Bottom lane, some pings coming through. AoN got a nice ward kill there.
Illusion.
Top lane there, Beastmaster being pretty aggressive onto the Juggernaut. Lion trying some kind of wraparound. Seems like they want to go on the Beastmaster, but there's a little bit too much creeps on AoN's side, so I don't think they'll be able to. Both of them drop pretty low for the fact that they didn't get anything out of that interaction. Beastmaster's creep has been harassing Juggernaut for probably the last minute, and it's definitely dropped him very low. Middle lane there. Two extremely tanky carries trying to kill each other, not succeeding in it. Top lane Juggernaut wants to play aggressive onto the Beastmaster, but actually just gets himself cancelled at the end. Hawk goes through for Beastmaster and actually missed the kill. Okay, so Juggernaut got his ultimate and he used it to kill the Huskar in the middle lane. Lion's gonna die. No, he's not gonna die. Almost died.
In strength is victory.
Okay, so the middle tower is being pressured quite heavily by AoN. They might actually get early tier 1 mid, which would be very bad news for Syndicate Gaming. Lion decides to come in and actually help, but the Huskar is bottom, and they actually get kills from this. AoN gets a kill onto Disruptor, and ELSA's definitely gonna escape. He has his ultimate, he should just use it, and yeah, ELSA's gonna escape. Oracle should escape as well. ELSA actually almost overextending a bit there. Ramzit wants to kill this Lion mid. I think Lion saw him.
Haste.
Yeah, now Lion definitely saw him. Is he gonna get the toss? No, he's not gonna get the toss. It's actually gonna drop pretty low, which might give Huskar a kill. Huskar tries to kill the Dragonite who's diving his own tower, but Dragonite's just too tanky and he's actually gonna survive, and Huskar's the one that ends up dying.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bottom lane there, they left Kyo alone for the time being.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think it's a good move. I think Kyo can handle himself a bit in this lane. They don't have a lot of damage. They barely have any damage in the bottom lane, and Kyo has his ult, so yeah, it's a good move. Okay, so there's 3 bot now. Now they might actually decide to go on Kyo, but they took a bit too long to initiate on him, and Kyo actually turns around since he does have a Dragonite rotation coming in, and yeah, they were considering fighting bottom, but no one overextended, so they just left it alone. They did force a 4-man rotation into the bottom lane though, so that might give AoN a bit of room. Juggernaut meanwhile is trying to push the top lane. He went for the rune, but he couldn't quite get it. Lion got killed by Dragonite.
I'll take that as tribute. Around. Invisibility.
Bottom lane. 3 people from Syndicate in the bottom lane now. Top lane is Juggernaut. Juggernaut versus Beastmaster with a Tiny that has an invis rune. So if Tiny gets a good initiation onto the Juggernaut here, they might get the kill, but Juggernaut seems aware. They still actually might go on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut doesn't get his sprint through, so they do get a lot of damage and a lot of spells on through to the Juggernauts, and somehow the Juggernaut escapes, so
is under
Big
attack.
ultimate used onto the Juggernaut for no kill. Lion is gonna get this kill onto the Tiny though. And still worth it for AoN as they do get the tower.
Dire's top tower
Middle lane,
has
Asco
fallen.
trying to pressure the tower back as much as he can. Seeing if he can equalize things here in the middle lane. It's worth noting that Kia has an insane amount of farm now.
Radiant's
Like,
middle tower is under attack.
he's 30 last hits ahead of anyone else in the game. So it would be interesting to see if AoN can capitalize on this insane lead they got on the ELSA. They should be able to. Bottom lane, Baron Biceps going on Disruptor, and they do actually get the Disruptor, and they aggress a bit onto the Enchantress and decide to not go on the Enchantress
Dire's
since
bottom
she does
tower
get
is
back.
under attack.
Top lane though, Juggernaut trying to go onto the Beastmaster, Beastmaster starting to channel his TP. Lion actually doesn't get the stun through, so insane TP by Beastmaster, and he TP'd to his own tower, so he's just gonna keep on jungling, keep on getting some farm. Enchantress having to play between her own two towers, which is not a position you ever want to be in. And I mean, it's justified because look where Tiny is. If she missteps a bit, they're gonna go on the Enchantress.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Nice
is
ward
under
from
attack.
Lion. Hopefully for him, AoN didn't see that happened, and Lion actually dies. Yeah, overstayed his welcome a bit, and Asuka might even die as well. I don't think they have the chase from AoN, yeah, maybe if the stun comes through from Dragon Knight it might be. That juke from Asuka, pretty unnecessary, should have just tried to go to the tower, actually ends up ensuring his own death. Trying a bit of
the world will hardly notice.
bit of salts coming through from Kia.
In strength is victory.
Yeah, so this is a insane lead so far from AoN. I'd say it's even more of a lead than that previous game. Lion for some reason on his own top. I don't know, Syndicate Gaming is gonna have to win a fight now or just end this, like leave this game, because if they don't win a fight now, it's pretty much over. They are going for a fight now, and we'll see if they actually manage to win this. Their biggest carry already dying on the Huskar, and it seems like Juggernaut might fall as well. He does fall, and Lion falls, so it's 3-4-0 for AoN in that fight. Ramzet gets a stun onto the Enchantress. He's going to toss him onto one of his teammates. He does get the toss onto one of his teammates. And a full team wipe for AoN. A clean team wipe for AoN, and pretty much domination. Domination. Syndicate Gaming is not going to be happy with that. And I think this is a knockout tournament, so that means if they lose this game, they're out of the tournament, and AoN's going to move through to the next round. That is, if Syndicate Gaming loses.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah, so they get some good damage onto the Dragon Knight, but they do kill him, as I think Oracle heals him a bit too much, and Haskell falls for it. AoN decides they still don't want to get back, because they still think, even with the Dragon Knight being down, they still think they can aggress a bit more. And they're right, as they do almost get the kill onto the Juggernaut. The Disruptor ult comes through and doesn't really do much except stop Juggernaut from dying. And Oracle definitely overextending. At least he has a lot of magic wand charges and it saves him.
I'll take that.
Juggernaut though decides to go get the bounty rings. He doesn't even get that. As Dragon Knight beats him to the chase. Didn't even have to use his smoke. Okay, nice kill. They go on to Ramsey and they get him. So Syndicate Gaming getting a kill. Meanwhile, AoN will be more than happy with that, as they do get the Roche onto the Ursa and the Aegis for the Ursa. Bottom lane, Dragon Knight pushing out bottom lane as much as he can. Just adding pressure all over the map is AoN. Meanwhile, AoN's deciding to push the middle lane and they go on the Huskar. Huskar's gonna fall and they see Lion as well, and they don't want to stop at the Huskar, they want to go on the Lion. And Juggernaut, even Juggernaut joining in on this fight, and he might die because of it, all of them going in one by one. And Juggernaut ult does come through, it will prolong the inevitable a bit, but he does die in the end. Yeah, this is a very bad fight from Syndicate Gaming. It all just spiraled out of control. They got one, they picked off one, and then the rest of Syndicate Gaming all went in one by one. And that pretty much spells GG. Except if AoN has something to, except if Syndicate Gaming has some insane team fight when the next Disruptor ult is up, but I doubt it. Yeah, so Kyo, they get a kill onto the Lion. They go on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut might even die in his own base. Fuzzy playing extremely aggressively, and he actually gets saved. He's not even gonna lose the Aegis now, and he doesn't want to get healed apparently. Probably why they pinged him. Yeah, this last fight for Syndicate Gaming is the last chance they have. After that, there's no coming back. I don't think there's any coming back now, to be honest, but maybe with this last Disruptor ult they could coordinate something awesome. Okay, so the Disruptor ult goes solo onto Kyo. Doesn't really matter since he just loses the Aegis. And Bandy will fall. Mega kill onto the Oracle, carrying AoN at the moment. Let's see at the net. Let's look at the net worth. So you'll see that pretty much the entire AoN is ahead of everyone on Syndicate Gaming. This is even more of a stomp than the previous game was. Nothing personal for Syndicate Gaming, it's just... yeah, it's just what I can spectate. Kyo believes they already won because he's diving the fountain. And he's probably right. Maybe Syndicate Gaming gets a kill onto the Dragonaut, but they won't even be able to do that. And Syndicate Gaming, they should just score GG now. Maybe they want to enjoy the moment while it's still here, even though they know they can't win the game anymore.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, so Syndicate Gaming still not calling GG, even though it's definitely GG. Tiny even tosses the Ursa onto the Disruptor. And the Juggernaut ult comes through, it seems like it doesn't even do damage. Ursa turning around with his lifesteal, actually surviving and getting the kill. Baron Biceps being quite the nuisance. Cade killing Enchantress, no trouble. And I mean, Syndicate Gaming is just having fun at the moment because there's nothing they can do anymore. They just wanna, I don't know what they wanna do. They just wanna play a bit longer. I mean, AoN could have literally ended this game already. They just decided to fountain dive. Oracle, I think is even gonna survive this initial blast. Yeah, he barely survives it. And he even manages to stun the Juggernaut by stunning himself. And I mean, he's just toying with them at this point. Some banter coming through from AoN.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice skill by Dragon Knight. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to cast anymore because the game's literally over. All of them are just having fun now. And I don't actually think Syndicate Gaming is having fun, I just think AoN's having fun. ELSA definitely. Okay, nice. ELSA left the kill for Baron Biceps. He got a rampage. He actually might even want the double rampage. ELSA doesn't have his ultimate, so they decide it's not the greatest of ideas. Probably rightfully so. They decide to just end the game. They go for the last Drax. They get it, and they go for the throw next. Okay, so GG, I guess. Kia being even more toxic. And one final fountain dive before the game ends. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. It was quite a stomp. I think Margie and Brett could be proud, if I remember the names correctly. Yeah, you guys can be proud. That was quite a stomp. That was quite brutal. But that's just the first game of the tournament, and there's a lot of games ahead for AoN, and they'll definitely have confidence going into the next games.